Once upon a time, in a cozy little forest, there was a young bear named Little Bear who was brimming with excitement and a tiny bit of worry. Today was a very special day for him. It was his first day at school. He had his new backpack, stuffed with books, crayons, and a lunchbox full of honey sandwiches. As Little Bear and his mom walked through the forest to the school, he could see the sun peeking through the tall trees, casting golden spots on the path. They reached a lovely clearing where the school was located. It was a charming little building with a red roof and big windows. Little Bear's heart raced with excitement and nerves. At the entrance, Little Bear was greeted by his new teacher, Mrs. Owl. She had wise, kind eyes and wore glasses perched at the tip of her beak. "Welcome, Little Bear," she hooted warmly. "We're going to have so much fun learning together." Mrs. Owl introduced Little Bear to his classmates, who were all different animals from around the forest. He took a seat next to a friendly squirrel named Chatter. Chatter was very talkative and soon made Little Bear feel right at home. The morning was filled with new lessons. Mrs. Owl taught them about the alphabet, showing them how each letter was a building block for words. They sang a song about the ABCs, and Little Bear found himself clapping and singing along joyfully. Then, they moved on to numbers and shapes, which Little Bear thought were like little puzzles waiting to be solved. When the bell rang for recess, Little Bear followed his new friends outside. They played on the swings and slid down the big slide. Little Bear learned how important it was to wait for his turn and to share the playground equipment. Everyone had a chance to play and laugh together. Lunchtime came, and all the little animals sat down to eat. Little Bear opened his lunchbox to enjoy his honey sandwiches. He noticed that Chatter didn't have any lunch. Without hesitation, Little Bear offered Chatter one of his sandwiches. Chatter was so grateful, and Little Bear felt a warm glow in his heart. They had become good friends. In the afternoon, Mrs. Owl gathered everyone for story time. She read them a tale about a group of animals who worked together to build a bridge across a river. The story showed how everyone contributed in their own special way. After the story, Mrs. Owl encouraged the class to discuss how they could help each other every day. Finally, the school day came to an end. Little Bear's mom arrived to take him home. On their way back through the forest, Little Bear chatted non-stop about his day. He told her about the lessons, the new friends, and how he helped Chatter. He realized that school was not just a place for learning but also a place for fun and making friends. That night, as Little Bear lay in bed, he thought about all the things he had learned and experienced. He was eager for the next day of school, ready for more adventures and fun. With a big yawn, Little Bear drifted off to sleep, dreaming about his next day at school in the sunny little clearing in the forest.